ball finds the hole up the middle.
Steps up, goes deep, left side, receiver open, count it, touchdown, Titans! Takes a nice shot outside the goal box and he will break the 0-0 tie. Fantastic shot by Kenloff Solon.
Giller makes a move, a good one, opportunity here, the Bears score! The Bears strike first.
He's at the 40, he's down to the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jalen Bryan. Why not? What a beautiful run.
Maureen there, fights her off the puck, opportunity here, another sit, and a goal! Second chance effort for the Pioneers.
Put the icing on the cake, if you will, Michael. Go down and got to the outside and said good evening and good night.
Howdy everybody and welcome to White Bear Lake, the South Campus here in White Bear Lake, Minnesota, home to the Bears. Tonight, the Irish are in town from Rosemount to take on your White Bear Lake Bears. Alongside Luke Howitt, I'm Jeb Brand. We're glad to have you with us.
Well, certainly a beautiful evening for some football here, Jeb, and both teams looking to kick off the season on a positive note. First game for both, and White Bear Lake with that new turf, hoping that they can get a little spark and get things going early tonight.
Absolutely. One season underway under the new turf as we look at a picture-perfect evening tonight, Luke.
Yeah, absolutely is, Jeb. Mostly sunny, limited wind, and 70 degrees. Not much for humidity. It's a perfect night for some football.
Couldn't ask for a better forecast for the opening game for both squads. As we take a look at the tail of the tape from last year, these two teams met. The Irish came away with a 16-13 win down in Rosemount. This year, White Bear Lake looks to avenge that loss as their season opener.
Yeah, and we'll take a look here at the East Metro White Conference, and Rosemount's got some tough competition in there, Jeb. You got Lakeville North, Eastview, Burnsville, Lakeview South, Farmington strong as well. So, very good division, top to bottom.
Absolutely. On the other side, we take a look at the blue division in the East Metro. White Bear Lake in there. Again, Luke, some tough competition with the Raiders from Cretin-Derham Hall and a few others.
Well, yeah, Cretin, always perennially a strong team. You got Stillwater, Moundsview, Woodbury. You know, whole conference is pretty solid. So,
both teams looking to rely on some younger talent as both squads had lost some key players to graduation last year.
Yeah, the Irish last year lost QB Jared Hansen and running back Blake Storholm. Counted for 19 TDs last season on that Rosemount offense. So, going to see if they can't get a spark from some of the new guys coming in under center here. As far as White Bear Lake, they lost QB Carter Condon. Had 4 passing and 7 rushing TDs last season. So, see if they can't fill the void this year, Jeff.
Absolutely. Beautiful night for football. The season opener for the Bears as the Irish are in town. We'll have the kickoff here next.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
And welcome back to the South Campus here in White Bear Lake as we get set for our opening kickoff in the season opener. The Irish from Rosemount in town to take on your White Bear Lake Bears. Should be a good one, here tonight, Luke.
Yeah, White Bear Lake going to receive the kickoff. Rosemount getting that ball placed, and sun is shining. Football season kicking off for these two squads. Let's go, huh?
Absolutely.
Should be a great game tonight, we're hoping, here with a picture-perfect evening.
PA announcer just wrapped up with the starting lineup for the Bears, and they will receive the kick, and we will get underway. Everyone excited to be back at it. Football season underway, and like you said, a picture-perfect evening tonight. 70 degrees, little to no wind, and nice sunny skies. As we get set here, the Irish kicking off for the Irish is number 18, Kenny Watkins. are underway. 2016 White Bear Lake football back to receive. And they'll received in the end zone, so a touchback to start out the 2016 season.
Yeah, something you got to get used to at this level. Anything goes into the end zone, they automatically bring that out. Looked like White Bear Lake wanted to get a little tricky there with kind of an end around, maybe a fake end around to kick off the season. Coach probably bummed they didn't get to try that one out.
Absolutely. Head coach for the Bears again, Ryan Bartlett. Many seasons here with the Bears, and they welcome their second season here on the turf, beautiful turf here at White Bear Lake.
Looks like they're just getting the clock fixed here. Back to 12 minutes and first snap.
And we get set underway, step back, out to the left side. He's hit immediately and taken down, maybe a gain of a yard or two. So first pass there by the quarterback, Danny Lyons, is complete. A nice catch there by his receiver, Blake Charles, but only gained about a yard or so.
Charles is a big kid, 6'3", 170. You don't want to get him involved, but nice tackle by Rosemount. Only 2 yards to show for it.
Lyons out of the shotgun now, looks to the right. It's caught there by number 10 as he's hit immediately. Sam Broberg with the reception for the Bears, another couple of yards, and that'll bring up third and about 6 for the Bears.
Yeah, they're going with these quick hits there. In that case, not much again doing, just a yard there on the quick hitch to Sam Broberg, the senior wide receiver out of White Bear Lake. And we got a 3rd and 7 here, Jeb.
Lyons again out of the shotgun, steps back, floated over to the right side here. It's caught by Mudecki near the sideline, and that'll be close to a White Bear Lake first down.
Yeah, Mudecki, you said, Jeb, it looks like you just got enough for that first down, and White Bear Lake got to be happy to get that first down of the season out of the way.
A good start for the Bears. Now they take it to the run game. Maybe a yard inside there is an early handoff. First time tonight we see running back Josiah Majest with his first carry. You take another look here, inside handoff.
Real nice play there. You saw TJ Liggett coming in to clean him up. And not a whole lot doing.
Lyons again over to Mudecki. He's hit immediately.
Yeah, great defensive play. You see the defender there shed the block. Not too great of an effort there on 82 for White Bear Lake. The Rosemount guy comes in, makes a play, and we got a 3rd and long here again, Jeb.
Lyons drops back, floats it over to the left side. And once again, the Irish defense is there to make the stand. A nice job by the Irish. You take another look here.
You see him dump it off to Josiah Mess there, but a lot of white jerseys around in the area, Jeb, and nowhere to go. Looks like White Bear Lake will be punting early on after 1 first down on that opening drive.
So the Bears back to punt. Punt and sent up. A good kick out to midfield here, and it's down at about the 40. That'll be touchdown there at the 39. So a good kick by the Bears as they trot their defense on, and we'll get our first look at the offense for the Rosemount Irish.
A good starting field position here for the Irish, Jeb. They're almost out to the 40-yard line. We'll see if they can't take advantage of that early on tonight.
As the Irish get set here now. .9:22 left to play here in the first quarter. As the Irish step back, they'll go to the run game first. It's handed off inside, a couple of yards for the Irish.
Yeah, that's Alex Schimmel there, the senior for Rosemount, getting the handoff. Cody Hogan, senior quarterback for Rosemount, looking to get this offense going early.
Hogan, as you touched on, a senior for the Irish.
I think you'll see it a lot tonight. Excuse me, Jeb, but you'll see it a lot rotating guys in and out for Rosemount. They like to do that, so keep an eye on that.
Irish definitely have the size advantage. Some big boys on that side as quarterback draw here. Gains a couple of yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Irish. As Hogan kept it himself.
That's right. He's 5'11", 190, Jeb, so he's certainly got some size to him. So I'd look for them to run it quite a bit here with that clearly larger offensive line and playmakers there. That quarterback is a thick-looking guy, Jeb.
3rd and 3 here to go. 8:12 left in the first quarter. Hogan out of the shotgun. And another quarterback draw. He's hit immediately. He sheds the first tackle, but now just a sea of orange as that'll bring a 4th down here for the Irish as the Bears are indicating maybe a loose ball, but nevertheless, they will bring out the punt team for the Irish. So a good defensive stand by the Bears in their Irish's opening drive.
Yeah, great play there by 15. Zach Van came in and initially blew that play up, and the rest of the Orange followed in pursuit and shut that down. Rosemount will have to punt it away on 4th down. Couldn't take advantage of that good field position.
Watkins is back to kick for the Irish as the timeout is called here momentarily, as now Hogan trots back on the field.
I thought Coach might have thrown a challenge flag out there for a minute, Jeff, but no avail.
7:25 opening quarter between the Bears and the Irish. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight alongside Luke Howitt. I'm Jeb Brand with TV 19 Sports as we kick off our opening game of the 2016 season for both football and for broadcasting.
Take a look there again. Zach Van coming in, slowing him down, and 4 or 5 more defenders in pursuit. And heck, here comes a few more. Clearly, he wasn't going anywhere. And Cody Hogan, well short of that 1st down. White Bear Lake thinking there might have been a fumble, but yeah, I think forward progress had stopped for quite a while there, Jeb. And right call made. Rosemount will kick it away here, and White Bear Lake will get their 2nd opportunity.
Watkins with the kick, and it's a boomer all the way down. And a fair catch is called there by the Bears. Some incidental contact. I don't think we're going to draw a flag here. But a nice kick by Watkins for the Irish as he pins the Bears back on the 11 of the Bears.
It looked like the Bears might have had a little opportunity to get some yardage back on that, but signaling for the fair catch. And like you said, some incidental contact. Might have been one player giving the guy a shove, and no flag. I think that's the right call there, Jeb.
Yes, I would agree. I think a little bit of the nerves here early on. Opening game, everyone kind of getting a feel for things. Lions back again out of the shotgun. A fake handoff end around now on the far side, picking up a few yards. Some nice running there by the White Bear Lake running back as he was able to pick up about a gain of 3 for the Bears. Nice looking play there, Luke.
Now, very nifty if we can get a look here. Kind of see the fake handoff up the gut and pitch it out back, and they got some of those defenders moving. Nice solid gain of 5 on 1st down. That's exactly what you want. Make it 2nd and 3rd and manageable, and unfortunately incomplete pass, so it's going to be 3rd and 5 now here, Jeb.
You got it. That brings up 3rd and 5 here for the Bears. Again, Lions out of the shotgun as he drops back over the middle, and it's caught good there for a 1st down, and he hit the big man, Charlie Wackler, for a 1st down. A nice play there by Lions to Wackler.
Oh, very nice throw and nice catch for Wackler in tight space there. And he's got some good size to him, and big 3rd down conversion.
Lions again out off to the left. It's caught there by Charles. Picks up a yard or 2 for the Bears. So the Bears here in their 2nd drive able to move the chains a bit as they make their way across here. That brings up Lions again now out of the shotgun. The White Bear Lake sideline signaling in a new call. So it'll be a handoff inside. Lions keeps it himself. And the Irish are there to take him down. Again, maybe a yard or 2. That's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Bears.
Yeah, Lions with the keeper there, but Not a whole lot doing. I think they'll give them 3 on that play. We're looking at another 3rd down for the White Bear Lake Bears. And trying to get that tempo going. This is a big play for them early.
Lions out of the shotgun, and it's a pitch to the far side. A good hard running there by Michael.
Yeah, we'll take another look. He took quite the tumble there, Jeb. Looked like he had some space, and I think he got his body out in front of his feet and went down a little awkwardly. We hope he's all right, but there is a flag on the play. Let's take a peek.
The officials come together here.
Looks like a block in the back here, Jeb. That's going to be declined. No gain on the play, so another stand for Rosemount. We take a look there, and certainly McHale going down very awkwardly there, but appears to be all right.
So the Bears will have to punt, as they do. A nice kick here out through midfield, and again, the Bears will knock it down, as they may have gotten away with one there, as it looked like it was touchdown at about the 38, but yeah, they'll have it down at the 38. So they got the right call. I'd seen one of the Bears special teamers knock it down another 10, 12 yards, but the officials come together and they make it right. So it'll be down on starting off the 38 for the Irish. Just under 5 minutes left to play here, opening quarter. Both teams with moving the chains slightly as a quarterback keeper again here. And a nice run there by Cody Hogan as he picks up the biggest chunk of yardage thus far for the Irish.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're going to try to do a lot of their damage on the ground with Cody Hogan. A very good runner, Jeb, and nice 6-yard scamper to start off that drive, always what the doctor ordered.
So 2nd and 4 to go for the Irish as Hogan's under center. And Balfany out of the backfield. He gets the call as actually Hogan keeps it, and that'll be the Irish's 1st down as they're able to move the chains. Hogan up across the 50, down at the 49.
Yeah, real nice play design there. Kept it in real tight, and I think it kind of threw off that defense. Hogan found that hole real quick and gashed him for another 6 yards. So they can keep doing that, Jeb. I think they'll find some success on those run plays.
Absolutely. The Bears are going to have to find a way to contain Cody Hogan, as he's been all of the Irish's offense thus far. Hogan now out of the shotgun. It's a handoff end around here, and that'll go for a loss as Kleber was unable to get the corner. A nice defensive play by the Bears.
Oh, great play. I couldn't quite catch who that was there coming in, Jeb, but he blew that up real quick and did a fantastic job there. So that's Alec Atkins, the junior for the Bears, and looked like Rosemount was going to get the corner on that sweep play, and he didn't let him loose, and it's a loss of 5. Rosemount going the wrong way.
Great pursuit of the ball for Atkins now as Hogan on the fake. He drops back. First pass tonight. It's up deep and just out of the reach for his receiver. A good-looking play there, but unable to connect. And that'll
looked like he had Sam Nelson a step or two behind coverage there, Jeb, but not able to connect. Trying to open things up a little bit downfield early on, but when we take another look, just out of the reach of Sam Nelson, and 3rd and 15 now. Not too many plays you can come up with in the playbook for this one.
You touched on it. 3rd and long here as the Bears looking for a big defensive stand. Hogan will go out of the shotgun this time. And a quick stoppage in play as timeout is called by Rosemount.
I think that's their 2nd timeout already, Jeb. So,
well, with 3:12 left to play in the opening quarter, Rosemount looking to move the chains with a 3rd and long.
And while we do have a break here, I'll remind you to check us out on social media. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/TV19sports. Follow us along with all the action on Twitter, twitter.com/TV19sports for all the latest action.
As we touched on early in the broadcast, this is our opening broadcast of the 2016 season. Happy to be with you here tonight to bring you the Bears and the Irish. Beautiful night for football here in White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
Just a fantastic turnout, Jeb. White Bear Lake crowd full, and you got plenty of fans from Rosemount made their way up, and so far we got a tight game, and like you mentioned, a perfect night for that game.
Hogan out of the shotgun now, steps back, looks to go over the middle, and it's caught there, and that'll be good for a first down for the Irish as Hogan connects with Lanou for an Irish first down.
Griffin Lanou, 6'3", the senior, goes up and grabs that one right at the first down marker, and that's a huge conversion for the Irish.
So the timeout prevailed for the Irish. Head coach Jeff Erdman with a nice call there as he dialed up a perfect play to move the chains, and now the Irish making their way into White Bear Lake territory as Hogan again will keep it on the ground and push ahead for some yardage. As the Bears desperately need to find a way to contain Cody Hogan.
Well, they certainly do, gashing him again there. I'm looking at 5 or 6 yards a pop for Hogan early on, and White Bear Lake's going to have to get some push back because right now Rosemount is pushing that defense back, and they've been very effective on this drive, Jeb.
As we bring up now 2nd and 4 from the 32. Hogan under center. It's a handoff inside, right up the gut. He kicks it to the outside. And a nice run there by Devin Burr as he's able to pick up close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, still getting some push. Nice run from Burr there. And it looks like they like to mix Burr in along with Alex Schimmel and Cody Hogan. So looks like they do have that triple threat, if you will, out of the backfield, Jeb. And as the game goes on, that's always a plus if you can manage to do that.
Now Hogan again under center as he decides to hold it again. Big hole as Cody Hogan will go ahead for an Irish first down, and that'll take them into the red zone as the Irish look to score first here.
Well, he fakes the give there, Jeb, and finds the hole to the left, a wide open hole, and gashed them for about a 10-yard gain there, and they are now just inside that red zone, Jeb, and threatening to be the first points on the board tonight.
Well, the Bears with a nice defensive stand early, but the Irish have now trucked in to the red zone as they fake the pitch. They come back inside and straight ahead. Some good running there by number 29, Alex Schimmel, the alternate running back.
Yeah, only 5'6" in stature, Jeb, but he does it all. He returns kicks for Rosemount, and they like to get him involved out of the backfield too. And another nice 4-yard gain. That running game has been very effective early on for the Irish.
2nd and 6 here. Ball's on the 14 with just under 40 seconds left to play. Hogan under center. As they go inside, Hogan keeps it again, kicks it out to the right for another couple of yards as that'll bring up 3rd and short.
And they're just going to keep that ball on the ground, Jeb. No reason not to. They've been moving it effectively whole drive, with the exception of the longer passing play on 3rd and long. But the run game been very effective here. We'll see what they do as we got a 3rd and short. I'd imagine they'll keep that on the ground.
Well, it looks like they may let the clock run down here at the end of the first quarter. It'll remain 0-0 after 1, but the Irish are looking for tonight's first score. We'll be back with the start of our second quarter after this.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you bacteria can hide in food and make you ill. Wow. But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean, separate, cook, and chill. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back as we get set to start the second quarter as the Irish here now ball on the 10 as they are 3rd and short here, 3rd and 1 to be exact, looking for tonight's first score. And so far, Luke, the star of the game thus far, the first quarter is number 7, Cody Hogan for the Irish.
Well, he's been very effective on the ground and hit a big pass on 3rd and 15, and absolutely right here, Jeb, big 3rd down.
Now handoff right up the gut behind the fullback. Got a good push there.
Yeah, that's Alex Schimmel. Kind of reminds me of a Danny Woodhead mold. Shorter guy, but very powerful. He's quick and elusive, and they like what they got in Schimmel.
Absolutely small and shifty. Schimmel limps off to the sidelines. Might have gotten a little banged up there on the last play. It'll bring up 1st and 7 here, 1st and goal to be exact, as Hogan under center. Out of the I position, one receiver right. They'll keep it on the ground inside, and it's close down at about the 2. And some good running there by Kleber behind his fullback as you take a look here.
Yeah, giving it to the senior Kleber there. And nice little stutter step finding that hole, and they got it down the 2-yard line, Jeb, with a couple cracks at it. And the way they've been getting the push on that old line, looking pretty promising on the second drive for the Irish.
Irish looking for the first score of the game as Hogan again under center. And the running back in there is Devon Burr. Excuse me, that was Schimmel, and he's caught at the line. That will go for a loss. A nice stop there by the White Bear Lake defense.
Eaten alive there, just a fantastic play. Knifing through there was Alexander Nabgazik. Fantastic play. And we're looking at, instead of a 2nd and 2 from the 2, we got a 3rd and 4 now going the wrong way. This is a big 3rd down for both sides.
Absolutely, as the defense exchanges a couple of players, the offense is figuring out their play. And it looks like Hogan will go out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left, and both Schimmel and Burr right next to him.
I look for a draw up the middle here from Hogan, Jeb.
End around option. Hogan will keep it himself, and he's taken down just outside. Some nice running, but some better defense by the Bears, as there's a huge stand for the White Bear Lake Bears.
The question here is, you got it at the 2-yard line. You've been running the ball effectively. Do you take the 3 points, or you just try to shove that in for the touchdown here, Jeb? Looks like they're going to kick it. But I think it's certainly something to debate. Big stop for the Bears.
Yeah, head coach Jeff Erdman elects to kick.
He's no spring chicken. He's been here, done that. So I'm going to put the points on the board. They got faith in their kicker. And always nice to get that lead early on, especially on the road.
Timeout by the Bears as they're going to reset their defense prior to this kick.
Coach Erdman has a lot of faith in Kenny Watkins. And while we do wait on this kick here, Jeb, I'd like to remind you folks out there to volunteer for On Location TV 19. We got a lot of great opportunities here. You can call Arlen Becker at 651-747-3821, or you can send Arlen an email at arlen@onlocationtv.org.
Absolutely.
Some great opportunities, Jeb.
Always looking for good volunteers. It's something perfect to be able to put on your resume, to be able to just in general gain some experience, whether it be in the booth or up in the broadcast section here with us, or even on a camera filming the action. As we get set here to kick now, Hogan will hold, and Watkins is back for the Irish. 9:28 here in the second quarter, early in the second quarter. Irish looking to score, spot. The kick is up, and it's good. Watkins and the Irish will take a 3-0 lead here early into the 2016 season. And a nice job by the Irish to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, very good drive there. I think they got to be a little disappointed. They didn't get the touchdown on the board, down at the 2-yard line on 2nd down. But on the other side of your White Bear Lake, I think you almost take that as a victory. You're getting some chunk plays you're giving up. They're running the ball effectively, and you get that big goal line stand where things were looking fairly grim, and now you kind of turn it around. You got a positive spin on it for the Bears and see if they can't answer on offense.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I was going to touch on the fact that you go from potentially being down 7, where they had moved the length of the field on you, to only down 3 and a couple of huge stands at the goal line.
Yeah, certainly kind of demoralizing the way they're moving the ball like that, and then to get that confidence back down in your own end zone. Big plus for the White Bear Lake Bears. See if they can take that momentum onto the offensive side of the ball.
As Watkins gets ready to kick here now for the Irish, back to receive is Broberg for the Bears, or Majest, depending on which direction it goes. And it's a good one by Watkins, as this will go all the way back for a touchback as Broberg makes the catch. That'll bring the Bears up to the 20. That Watkins there certainly has a leg on him, Luke.
Yeah, he certainly does. That's 2 kicks and 2 of them into the end zone, so no opportunity for the Bears there. This guy might have a long career with that leg.
As Ryan Bartlett, the head coach of the Bears, sends out his offense. White Bear Lake looking to answer as they trail 3-0 here in the opening half. 9:24 left to play, second quarter. From their 20, Daniel Lyons out of the shotgun, drops back. Pressure from the Irish as he moves his way out, and a throw, comeback play, and a nice catch there. Little broken play, but coming back to the ball was Blake Charles, the junior, 6'3" junior for the Bears, and a nice job of improvising there.
Oh, very nice job by Charles coming back, and just as impressive there was Daniel Lyons getting out of the pocket and able to get that ball out there on the run, you know, going against the grain. That's one of the tougher throws to make, and nice chunk play for the Bears. Good start to their second drive.
Now Lyons out of the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. It's an inside handoff, and some nice running there by Majest as he's close to a White Bear Lake first down. Ball is placed at the 45.
A nice run by Majest there as we take another peek here. And one thing I've noticed with this White Bear offense, they're very quick back into that formation job. They like to get plays going quick, so high up-tempo pace and good start to this drive.
Lyons again out of the shotgun. Majest gets the handoff inside, and he's tied up there. And that'll go for maybe a gain or 2, possibly a loss of 1.
Yeah, not much doing there. You see the Rosemount defense swarming all over him, led by Colin Pomeroy. Shut that down awfully quick, Jeb.
That'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Bears from the 45. Lyons handoff inside. He's met right there, and he got it up just about. I think we're going to have a White Bear Lake first down.
Yeah, see, we take another peek. The officials calling for the chain gang, so they're going to move that one, and we're going to have a fresh set of downs at about midfield for the Bears.
The Bears now on at midfield here. Lyons again out of the shotgun. And Rashawn Michael back. Michael, fake handoff here as Lyons keeps it. And he's met there at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bears.
Yeah, fantastic play there on defense. 34, Dan Johnston. Closed him off on the outside, made him go inside, and said, "You're not going anywhere, buddy." So no gain there. And 2nd and 10 for the Bears.
Now Michael up the middle is able to pick up a couple of yards, and that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Bears as they cross midfield. Now into the Irish territory, looking to get down into that red zone as they trail 3-0 here early on first half. 7:11 left to play in the second quarter. The Lions barking out the calls from the shotgun. As he's got 2 receivers right, 1 left, steps back, looks right, thrown, and it's knocked down. A nice play there by Trevor Otterdahl for the Irish as he was able to swat that one out of air.
Oh, fantastic play there from Otterdahl. He's 6'5", 245 senior, Jeb, and when you got that kind of size on the D-line, it can certainly make it tough for the offense, especially on those short passes. And he showed his athleticism there. Fantastic defensive play.
So 4th and 8, the Bears have to kick. It's partially blocked and out of play down at the 23, it looks like. As you take another look here, a tough break there for the Bears.
Oh, big block you see there on that punt, but looking like we're going to have some decent field position again for Rosemount. I think they're averaging 35 or 40 yard line on their 3 drives, Jeb, so that could be something to keep an eye on, but certainly been an advantage. Well, White Bear Lake's been starting at their own 20 with the touchbacks and the big leg of Watkins. So
yeah, the Irish have done a nice job defensively. They've given up a couple of decent yardage plays, but then they've been able to swallow them up as Hogan now will keep it himself again on the ground as the Irish get back to work. He'll take it up and down at the 39.
Yeah, I'd imagine we'll continue to see more of the same from this Irish offense, Jeb. A lot of Hogan and a lot of ground and pound. That's been their bread and butter. And every once in a while, they're capable of mixing in that pass. You know, Hogan does have an arm on him, but if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely. And now back out. New quarterback in as a missed botched play there. The Irish are able to jump on it. A good break for the Irish as Tamminen is now the senior quarterback in for the Irish for the play. And a little mishap there as Irish got away with one there. Could have been great field position and a turnover for the Bears, but nevertheless, it brings up 3rd and 3 for the Irish as we touched on Tamminen. Blake Tamminen, the senior quarterback, has come in. Not sure what's happened with Cody Hogan at this point. We'll let you know as the info comes in to us. Handoff up the middle, close to a first down. It's maybe bringing the chain gain out.
I think they're going to be bringing them out where the official came out, looked awfully close. I think they might need to measure that one, Jeb.
That was Schimmel on the carry as he was looking to pick up that first down for the Irish. Just over 5.5 minutes left to play here in the opening half. The Irish lead it 3-0 on a field goal by Kenny Watkins. The Bears with a big defensive stand, holding them to 3, but unable to really move the chains outside their opening drive. As the officials go to measure here. And it's going to be close. Just a couple of inches at that. So that'll bring up 4th and inches for the Irish from the 38. I would have.
The way they've been running it, Jeb, I wouldn't be shocked if they go ahead and try to push that ball forward for a first down.
Yeah, kind of an interesting call here for head coach Jeff Erdman. You touched on it. They've been running the ball great, but if White Bear Lake's able to come up with a big stand here, that's great field position. 4th and inches, Tamminen back. It's a handoff inside. It's going to be close, but it looks like the Irish pound ahead for a first down, so the gamble pays off as the Irish are able to move the chains.
Yeah, just another simple handoff up the gut. And didn't get much on it, but they didn't need much, and they got it by maybe a foot or two. And they were first down for the Irish as we're looking at just over 5 minutes in the second quarter here. And yet again, the Irish moving the ball.
Tamminen under center. In motion, it's a handoff up the gut, and that's going to good yardage there, but there's a flag on the play.
This one have a hold here.
This one's coming back. It'll be holding on the Irish. And so that'll send them back a little ways.
I couldn't quite see where the hold was there, Jeb. Looked like it was on the interior, but you know, good run play, but maybe that's why. Someone's going to come back, and we're looking at a first down for the Irish, but don't want to be going that way.
So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 41, from the...
Well, 1st and 20 here.
Yeah, from the 32, It's a fake there, a handoff inside, and he's met immediately. What started out as a good-looking play ends up in maybe a gain or so for Alex Schimmel as he was met immediately inside. Nice job there by the Bears.
Nice to see Schimmel back out there, but not much doing on that 1st and long play. And we're going to be stuck with 2nd and long. See if they don't start airing it out a little bit here, Jeb.
Senior defensive end Gabriel Ejo was there to meet Schimmel for nearly a loss. I think he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up, again, 1st and 20 from the 36 for the Irish. 4:45 left to play in the opening half.
4:38.
Alongside Luke Howard, I'm Jeb Brand. thank you for joining us here tonight as we kick off the 2016 season of White Bear Lake Bears football as the Irish are in town. And they hold a 3-0 lead here late in the first half. Tamminen back to throw. Far side, it's caught there. He's able to break one tackler. Griffin Lanoux now with his second catch tonight and 2 big ones at that.
Yeah, very nice. Let's take another look at that. Griffin Lanoux, the big-bodied wide receiver for the Irish, and breaks a few tackles there, and you're not going to bring him down high. He's got some good size on him, and he breaks 3 for another 6-7 yards. Big gain there for Lanoux and this Rosemount offense.
Huge gain for the Irish as that brings up a 1st and 10 now from the 47 as they make their way into the Bears territory. Tamminen back now, handoff inside, Schimmel up ahead. A good run there as he picks up about 6 or 7. Flag comes in late, and it looks like the big man for the Irish may have gotten caught there as John Allstott.
The ref really launched that flag in there. Like he chucked that thing about 20 yards, maybe put him back at QB. But
take that back here as we look at the replay. That's going to go against the Bears. Bailey Bolton with a face mask, as you can see here late. So Alton actually not the guilty party. It was Bailey Bolton, the face masking. That's one there that head coach Ryan Bartlett definitely doesn't want to see. You've got the Irish marching into your zone, and then you take kind of a no-nonsense penalty and then move them that much closer to the red zone.
yeah, you can see coach in his ear right now. It's kind of after the play and in the first place, and no need to be grabbing up on that face mask, and you give them another chunk of yards. And Rosemount threatening late in the second here, Jeb.
1st and 10 from the 27. And Tamminen decides to hold, steps back deep, looking for Lanoux. No catch as both defenders went up with Lanoux. It looked like he came down with it, but the ball was dislodged late. A nice defensive play.
Well, Lanoux looked like he was able to jump in between them and get some height on that with a little separation, but clearly hit the ground there, not able to come down with it. But I like the play design, Jeb. You're rolling down the field. You got 3.5 minutes left. Fake that handoff and take a shot. See if your big guy can go up and get it. And darn near came down with a butte, but clearly hit the ground there. But he did a great job trying to sell it.
Tamminen with a good-looking throw there as this one goes a bit short here, maybe a yard or so as they keep the ball on the ground. Yeah. Still waiting to hear why Cody Hogan, it was so effective on the ground early on, but now Blake Tamminen has done a nice job of coming in and filling that void. He's provided both a big arm and also a little bit of yardage on the ground. He's been able to move the chains for the Irish as he's under center. Receivers left and right, drops back, looks right, quick throw caught, and immediately hit there by the Bears, but a nice play as Peterson came down with it. And that'll be close to another Irish first down.
Yeah, we might be looking at a 4th and short here, Jeb, after that play. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Don't have an official spot on that yet, but I like that quick play there. Tamminen, real strong arm, getting that ball out quick. And he's been effective throwing the ball.
Bears defense again looking for a big stop. They're able to hold the Irish offense to only a field goal early on in the first quarter. As now the Irish are threatening to score again. Out of the I formation, the handoff inside as he comes up through the middle down at about the 15. A good chunk of yardage there for Devon Burr.
I think that was Schimmel on the run, real hard run there. 4th and short, Jeb, and gutsy play call from Rosemount, but paying off for head coach Jeff Erdman.
It looks like Burr was in as the fullback there, the lead blocker, to pave the way for the young shifty Schimmel. Now Tamminen under center again. And look, rolls out to the left, a fade deep side, and Lanoux able to come down with it. A beautiful catch down at about the 3. It'll be a first down for the Irish, and that'll bring up 1st and goal in the red zone here for the Irish.
Well, let's take a peek here, Jeb, and look at it. He just goes up and snatches that, gets his feet in bounds, and fantastic grab. Not quite in the end zone, but with the way that play developed, it didn't look too pretty, but somehow he came down with it, and that was a fantastic grab. And we're looking at a 1st and goal from the 2, Jeb, with just over 2 minutes to go in the half.
Tamminen under center. Falls there, but able to get the handoff off.
I think Tamminen got stepped on there, Jeb, as he was coming to hand that off as we take another peek. He got stepped on by the center, but able to get the ball off, a nifty play, so it could have been a lot worse considering.
Absolutely. Schimmel there maybe picked up a yard or so. A nice stop by the Bears defense as it'll bring up 2nd and goal with just over 2 minutes left here in the opening half. The Irish looking to add to their 3-0 lead as Tamminen under center now. And in motion, all right. Inside, touchdown for the Irish as they're able to punch it in from 2 yards out, and they'll take a 9-0 lead pending the field goal here. A nice run there.
Was that Schimmel again there, Jeb?
Alex Schimmel with the score for the Irish as he's able to sneak in. As we flag on the play here.
It's a big late score in the first half here, Jeb, and Rosemount can take this lead in half. I think they're going to be pretty satisfied.
Well, they've done a nice job of moving the ball, and you got to give some credit to the Bears defense. They've played tough. They just need their offense to be on the field a little bit longer, give them a bit of a breather now. Watkins back to kick for the Irish to try to add on the extra point. And the kick is up and good. And the Irish will take a 10-0 lead with just under 2 minutes left to play in the opening half on a 2-yard run by senior Alex Schimmel.
I've been very impressed with this Rosemount team overall, Jeb. Defense has made some nice plays. Offense moving the ball effectively with several different QBs, and they got a 10-0 lead here, and like I said, they can take that into half and carry that over. I think Coach Erdman's going to be pretty happy with the performance tonight.
I would agree. On the other side, head coach Ryan Bartlett's got to find a way to get his team to put together consecutive first downs, move the chains, and maybe find a way to get on the board here late as they work on their 2-minute drill. So we've got a nearly sold-out side of on the White Bear Lake section that's looking to cheer, and we need to give them something to cheer about.
Yeah, they're certainly waiting for it. They're still full of energy, and they are into it, Jeb. But the longer this goes with that offense sputtering, might be starting to get a little quiet. So, you know, I'd look for them to keep that high-tempo stuff going, those quick hitters, and then maybe mix in a deep passer here there. But they need something to spark this offense and spark this crowd.
Opportunity to take it out here this time as the Bears back and nearly up to the 20 as uncharacteristically Watkins didn't get all of that one. And the Bears were able to take it out. Josiah Majest was the kickoff returner there for the Bears as he was able to make his way up to, I believe, the 19. And that's where the offense will get started under the junior quarterback, Daniel Lyons, for the Bears. Now the Bears, 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Lyons out of the shotgun. He looks right, fired over and caught. Immediately met by the Irish there, but a quick hit for the Bears. That will move the chain slightly.
Yeah, I like that first play, Jeb. You're getting the ball out quick. You got a nice chunk in, get to that sideline. I'm not sure if he got out or not. Clock's still running, so good job by Rosemount keeping him in, but I like the play, and I like them throwing the ball here. Not so sure I'd keep the ball on the ground like that, though, Jeb.
5 yards picked up on that initial play, maybe a yard or two here as they keep it on the ground with just over a minute left to play. They need to get down and try to get some points here before halftime as the Irish lead at 10-0 with just over a minute left to play. Lyons out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 right.
Yeah, certainly too much time on that play, Jeb, and not a lot of urgency. I think they're going to get the first down here, but they need to get this thing moving. There's only 45 seconds left. We take another peek at that big 3rd and 5 handoff there. And very nice run, strong running there by Josiah Majest, but they're going to need to get some big chunk plays if they're going to do anything. And wow.
Boom! Whew. Big hit there by Dan Johnson, the linebacker for the Irish, as he caught Lyons there on his blind side. Tough break there.
Danny Johnson, he comes flying in, and lucky there wasn't a turnover there, because that was a massive hit, and I think he came in untouched, Jeb. That might have been a corner blitz there.
Lyons is hurt on the play, so he comes out. The Bears elect to keep it on the ground as Tristan Dacus is in now, and Dacus able to pick up a few yards, but that'll do it for the first half. As a tough break there for the Bears, as hopefully their starting quarterback's okay as they head into break.
Well, he absolutely took a shot there, Jeb, and Rosemount, both sides of the ball, I think has carried the play here, and the scoreboard shows it 10-0 as we go into halftime here, Jeb.
Opening game for the 2016 season, the hometown Bears trail the Irish 10-0. We'll be back with our second half in the third quarter coming up next.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? Or show solidarity?
Thank you, babe. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And welcome back to the South Campus here in White Bear Lake as we get set to start out the second half as the hometown Bears from White Bear Lake here trail the Rosemount Irish in town for the season opener here of the 2016 football season. And Luke, pretty good first half, especially for the Irish. They were able to move the chains and play some stout defense and hold the Bears scoreless thus far.
Yeah, I thought all around a very solid half for the Irish. Offense moved the ball very effectively with both quarterbacks in there. Defense, obviously no points. They had some big sacks, and they looked very good as well. On the other hand, White Bear, they've struggled on offense, but fortunate, I think, to only be down by 10 points, Jeb. They're still in this ball game if they can get something cooking early on here in the second.
Without a doubt, a lot of football left to be played here tonight. A beautiful evening for football, just picture perfect. A lot of fans in the stands for the Bears as they're looking to have a little something to cheer for. We look at that touchdown by the Irish here late in the second half.
Yeah, Schimmel pounding that in. That's been the MO this evening. They've been very good on the ground here, and when they get in tight, it seems like they always got to push. And you saw a couple big fourth down conversions, and then down at the goal line, besides that first drive, White Bear hasn't been able to stop them on the ground.
And a punishing hit there late in the first half is number 34, Dan Johnson, the big senior linebacker, took Dan Lyons out on his blind side there.
Yeah, and that was quite the hit. That looked like something out of Waterboy there. It comes in untouched and just blasts the QB there. And not a prayer for White Bear. That put any hopes to putting points on the board at the end of the half.
Couple of key notes. I want to remind you guys to join us for Sports Path with On Location TV 19. Every other Wednesday, live at 7, we bring you highlights, interviews, and much more. There's also prize giveaways via our social media. So join us every other Wednesday, live at 7. That's Sports Path. And we'll be starting and airing our first on September 14th, so just a couple of weeks away. Back to what I was touching on, Luke. Couple keynotes for the Irish. Number 7, Cody Hogan, the senior quarterback. Early on, a lot of yardage for him, and we haven't seen him hit the field since. It's been the other senior quarterback, Blake Tamminen, that's led the push for the Irish.
Yeah, and I do see Hogan moving around on the sidelines. He looks like he's in good spirits and got a ball in hand, so he might be all right. That might be something they're just testing out early on in the season, seeing what they got. You know, maybe you got your preferred running QB, and Tamminen came in, I thought, did a great job throwing the ball as well. So maybe they like to mix and match and seeing what they got here early on. And
It'll be interesting to see if the junior quarterback, starting quarterback, number 5, Daniel Lyons, will see the field again for the Bears as he took that punishing hit late in the first half. Tristan Dacus, the senior quarterback, came in relief. And so the Bears now, as we get underway, will kick off. And it's sent deep back. Schimmel is there as he tramples into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, so the Irish will start at their own 20 with a 10-0 lead here at the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, big opportunity here for the Irish to put a little more separation between them and the Bears, and we'll see who's checking in at QB, but nonetheless, I'd expect them to keep it on the ground early and often in this start of the second half, Jeb.
Well, looks like Blake Tamminen will get the call again here as the Irish get set for the opening drive of the second half.
It almost makes you wonder if there maybe is something there going on with Hogan here. He had a pretty good start, but Tamminen has also been effective in relief.
Tamminen under center. Now they keep it on the ground early as Schimmel kicks it off to the right side. Big run here, and that wasn't Shimonen. That's Connor Kleber to start out for the Irish. Moves the chains right off the bat. A first down and a gain of about 20 for the Irish.
Yeah, Kleber on a little right end handoff, and he gets around the first guy, makes him miss, sheds that, and then nothing but daylight there, and nice 20 or so yards scamper, Jeb, and that's exactly what the Irish wanted to start out with here in the second half.
1st and 10 from the 39. Tamminen back, Schimmel in motion. Flag on the play. Schimmel gets the handoff, and around the left side, he takes it up for nearly another first down, but a flag on the play. This one is coming back as illegal motion was called on the offense.
Yeah, it looks like that is going to come back here, Jeb. We take another peek. Another nice run there for Rosemount, but unfortunately a pre-snap penalty with an illegal shift, and that's going to move them in the wrong direction. It'll be 1st and 15 here now from their own 34.
A good break for the Bears as the Irish have came out firing right off the bat. As they get set now from the 34. Like you said, it'll be 1st and 15. Early on, third quarter, Irish with a 10-0 lead on a 2-yard run by Alex Schimmel. And Watkins added a field goal late in the first quarter for the Irish. Tamminen under center. Another flag on the play. Draws it out to the left side. It's caught there by Sam Nelson, the senior receiver. First time he's touched the ball tonight, but again, I think this one's coming back.
Well, again, another illegal shift, and that's 2 in a row, and Coach certainly not going to be happy with that, Coach Erdman. That's 2 of the same penalties in a row, and you got a little momentum going in the right direction, Jeb, and basically shoot yourself in the foot there, and doesn't make things easy, and certainly White Bear hoping they can clamp down and maybe turn this into some good offensive field position.
Exactly. That'll bring it now to 1st and 20 from the 29 of the Irish. If the Bears can find a way to have a big defensive stand here, they'll have excellent field position to start this second half. Tamminen now out of the shotgun. Kleber in motion. It's a handoff inside, and it's taken just over the 30, taken back there, and that might have gone for a loss. A nice job by the Bears defense.
Yeah, very nice job shutting down those gaps, and not much doing there, and only a couple yards. 2nd and 18. I'd expect Rosemount here to possibly air it out and try to at least get half that back and make 3rd down a little more manageable.
Forward progress there for a 2-yard gain for Schimmel. 2nd and 18 from the 31. Tamminen under center. Wide receiver right to left. Schimmel in motion. And Tamminen will keep it himself up across the 35, and that's where he's taken down. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Irish.
Another little run play. Tamminen coming out. They like that from under center, where he's given that option of pitching it off to Schimmel, but he keeps it on that. But we're going to still be looking at a 3rd and long, and we'll see if Coach Jeff Erdman's got anything up his sleeve or if they're going to play it safe and punt it away and rely on that old trusty defense that's been so great tonight.
4 wide receivers set. It's a quick drop and just out of the reach of Schimmel there is Tamminen with a 2-step drop looking to pick up some yards. So a nice defensive stand for the Bears. That will give them pretty decent field position pending the kick from Watkins.
Yeah, just out of the hands of Schimmel on that quick hitter slant, but I think very fortunate for Rosemount there, the way that tipped up, that didn't go the other way for 6. So fortunate, they'll punt the ball away and let that D go to work.
Watkins with a nice kick. And White Bear will hold off. It'll get a friendly bounce for the Irish as it's touchdown there at about the 23. So Watkins does his job, and the Bears will get their first look at offense here in the second half with 9:27 left to play. Third quarter, they trail by 10 on a touchdown by Alex Schimmel late in that second half.
Yeah, they've been relying on Schimmel more and more ever since Hogan went out of the game, Jeb. So keep an eye on him. It seems like he does it all for him. Run, just used him as a receiver on that last play, and he even does kick returns for him. So definitely someone they're going to be using here heavily in the second half, I'd imagine.
Good to see Lyons back in the game, and he connects there with Blake Charles, the junior wide receiver, for a chunk of yardage there. So
yeah, always a good sign to see him back in. He took quite the hit. We've showed it a few times now, but nice to see he's got some toughness, comes back in, and nice pass on his first play of the second half.
That brought up 2nd and 4, and an inside run there. Pick up some yardage was Majest, and that gives them a Bears first down, so they move the chains here early on in the second half. Lyons drops back, he looks right side, nearly intercepted, it's knocked away. Pass falls incomplete, intended receiver again was Charles.
Yeah, nice defensive play, looked like he might have got his hand in as we take another peek. Yeah, nice job by the defender knocking that ball away, and we're looking at a 2nd and long here for the White Bear Lake Bears.
The ball is on the 34. Lyons again out of the shotgun. He's got Charles to the left, 2 receivers right.
We got a few problems going on here with the clock, Jeb.
A little clock malfunction yet again. Clock will be set to 8:54, so a couple seconds tick off. All right, Lyons out of the shotgun, 2 receivers right. Charles to the left. They keep it on the ground, right up the gut. There's a decent hole there as Majest was able to pick up a few yards. A nice play call there by the Bears as Majest takes it up to the 40.
A nice power running there by Majest, and that'll make it a 3rd manageable 4 to go. We'll see if they opt to put in the air or keep this one on the ground, Jeb.
Lyons again, they keep it on the ground, and the Irish defense is right there to make the stand. Maybe a loss of 1 as the ball carrier that time was Rashawn Michael. He was stood up right at the line.
Yeah, Rashawn Michael getting the handoff there, and no running room there, Jeb. He got eaten alive right off the bat, all led by Big Daddy Mac Roberts with a fantastic play, and he's a leader on that defensive line, Jeb.
So that'll bring up 4th and 5. The Bears have to punt. It's sent all the way down. Fielded there again. This is Schimmel. He's met there, and a beautiful defensive play by the White Bear Lake Special Teams. A nice job by Michael as he was in on the tackle for the Bears.
Oh, fantastic play. Great coverage down the field, and not only that, but finishes off the tackle as we take another peek. Look at that. Just gets him by the waist and then the ankle and takes him down. And if not for that tackle by Michael, Schimmel could have been looking at some room on the outside there.
Some credit to Zach Vang as he was in, first man in to slow Schimmel down. And as we've seen here tonight, Schimmel, you give him some space and some room, he can do some damage. Now the Irish up the middle will pick up 4 yards. And again, now this is Cody Hogan back in the game. So clearly, Luke, the head coach deciding to go with maybe a 2-man set here. Jeff Erdman, as we see Cody Hogan back in the game here.
Yeah, he's going with the old Arby's strategy, mix and match, and figure out which one's best.
I like it as they pick up 6 yards on the play. It brings up 2nd and 4 from the 34. Out of the shotgun again, Hogan puts his head down straight ahead as he picks up an Irish first down A nice run again by Cody Hogan. They're back to the ground game.
Certainly a great run there, Jeb, and you can just see it when he gets that ball. He shoots out like a cannon. He is a big guy, and he could wear down this White Bear defense, and that might be part of the strategy that coach for Rosemount has employed here, and keep running that ball down their throats, mix and match, and 2 very effective runs early on there for Hogan.
Hogan out of the shotgun now, a 4 wide receiver set. And again, he keeps it on the ground straight ahead as he takes it up to about the 45. Gain of a yard or so, maybe 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Looks like we know their strategy here, and if they can't stop it, I don't see them changing much here. Maybe a wrinkle here or there, but Hogan very effective again. Another nice 3-yard gain. You can keep chunking away down the field and keep that clock going. I think that's something that's very advantageous for the visiting Irish tonight, Jeb.
Man, they've been bringing the 4 wide receiver set yet again to pull that White Bear Lake defense, spread them thin as Hogan again out of the shotgun. This time he throws right side. You don't see that too often as Schimmel with room to run and unable to gather that one in as he had plenty of real estate ahead of him.
Well, that was the old running before you catch the ball, Jeb, and he had room out in front of him with blockers, and I really like the play design, spreading them out. You had a lot of defenders playing well off the line of scrimmage there. Schimmel makes that play. He might still be running.
Tough break for the Irish, but a beneficial break on the other side for the Bears as they're looking at 3rd and 7 now. The Irish are. They hold a 10-0 lead. 6:14 left here in the 3rd quarter. Hogan under center as he drops back over the middle and unable to connect with Lanoux. Lanoux looking for a flag. He's not going to get it. That'll bring the punting unit out for the Irish. A nice job by the Bears as they'll get another shot on the offensive side here.
Yeah, I like the play here, Jeb, but Lanoux just couldn't quite hang on. Again, went up and used that big frame of his, but sneaks through his hands, and pretty big stop there by White Bear. He gave up a few first downs there when Hogan was inserted, but bend but don't break. They'll get the ball back, and they got to get something going here on offense.
Watkins with a nice kick sends it down just over the 20, and it'll be touchdown at about the the 11 of the Bears. And that's where the offense will come back on, led by junior Daniel Lyons, as he took a punishing hit late in that first half, but halftime couldn't have come soon enough for Lyons to rest up.
No, he certainly wanted to get off the field after that shot he took and recuperate and hopefully get this offense moving in the right direction. I still think you want to see some more up-tempo, those quick passes, and if they can stick with that, I'd imagine they might be able to get something going here, but time is now, Jeb.
Absolutely. The Bears have been able to move the chains for a series or two, but just unable to really put it all together and get any points on the board as the looks like they're going to take a timeout. So will we. The Irish lead at 10-0, just under 6 minutes left to play. 3rd quarter. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back here as Lyons now is back for the Bears as they get set from their own 14. 1st and 10. Lyons out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. He'll keep it on the ground. The Irish are right there to meet him. That's going to go for a loss. Not the way you want to come out of a timeout, as that's going to be about a 4-yard loss for the Bears. And that sends them
It looked like Sam Ziegler in on the pursuit there, and nowhere to go for the White Bear running back. And again, it just seems like they haven't found that consistency, Jeb. They'll get a play here, or, a few plays with a few first downs, but it's been a lot of scrambling, and that is a big mistake there from Lyons trying to get that one out. And looks like Rosemount comes up with a huge turnover that could really open things up for him here, Jeb, in the second half.
Tough break for Lyons and the Bears as he scrambled, unable to find anyone other than the arms of the Irish defender. That's going to give fantastic field position for the Irish offense, as now they'll take it 1st and 10 on the 10 of the Bears. They are looking to strike again and add to their 10-0 lead.
Yeah, you certainly are. And if you're lying there, you obviously want to make a play. You're trying real hard to get that done. But I think there you want to hold on to the ball. And, you know, if it comes down to it, punting ain't the worst thing in the world. But huge opportunity now here. And it looks like Hogan back in the game.
Hogan hands off. Right side, end around. Keebler, touchdown, Irish. Is Connor Kleber able to get in, and a flag comes in late.
I'm going to think they're going to call that for the absolutely unneeded cartwheel or front flip, if you will, into the end zone. He could have just ran in, but nonetheless, a touchdown for Rosemount. And pending extra point, we got a 17-0 lead here for the visitors, Jeb.
Just the start the Irish were looking for as they open up the 2016 season. Not quite the start that head coach Ryan Bartlett had in mind. As we take another look at the run by Kleber as he's able to gain that far side.
Yeah, nice run by Kleber the whole way. Good blocking out front. And I don't think there was any need for the cartwheel at the end, but he'll be penalized for it. But he's having a good time and a heck of a play there right off the turnover, and they make the White Bear Lake Bears pay for it. And not looking too good for the home team, is it, Jeb?
Not at this point, they're not, as the Irish go ahead 16-0 pending this extra point. Head coach of the Irish, Mr. Jeff Erdman, had I think a couple questions with the official, but now we're back at it as Watkins is there. Hogan to hold for the kick as the Irish get set. A snap, the hold is good, the kick is up and good. Watkins adds another extra point on, and that'll make it 17-0, the visiting Irish over the Bears.
Yeah, let's take a look. And great blocking out in front of Kleber, and we'll see him clear the way here shortly. Just some great blocks, and he does the rest. And that running game, it's been a real tough thing to stop for the Bears.
Folks, we want to remind you about Your Business Matters with Tom Snell.
Yeah, that's Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Jeb, and Fridays at 9:30. And
every month, Tom Snell and the White Bear Lake Chamber of Commerce bring in a guest who's either a business owner in White Bear Lake or who has some connection to White Bear. This 20-minute show provides good insight into what issues are affecting many local business owners. Your Business Matters airs every Tuesday at 6 and Friday at 9:30. That's Your Business Matters, only on Channel 19. So the Irish lead it 17-0 after a outside run by Kleber for the Rosemount Irish, as Watkins now with the kick, sends it deep, him back. The Bears will be able to take it up from their 20. And they're held right about there, down at about the 25, a 6-yard gain on the return. And as we've stated all night, head coach Ryan Bartlett desperately looking to have his team move the chains and get on the board. This fan base for the Bears came out looking for something to cheer for, and thus far there hasn't been much.
no, you're absolutely right on that, Jeb. I think it was kind of the exact opposite start they're looking for. You know, turnover in your own end zone. You come out right away in the half, and your defense makes a stop, but then you turn it over, and your defense is right back out on the field in a bad spot, and well, they can only stay out there for so long. And incomplete passes. Again, they brought pressure on the quarterback there, and
now
it's been a rough goal.
Now in for the Bears is number 7, senior quarterback Tristan Dacus, as he gets the call. Maybe giving Lions a series off as the Irish's defenses started to bottle up the White Bear Lake offense. Dacus out of the shotgun, blitz coming, and unable to hold on there as was Josiah Majest, as he had some real estate, but again, trying to run without the football.
Yeah, it's just been a rough goal, especially the second half for the White Bear offense. And seems like these short passes, runs, not a whole lot doing for them, and I'm guessing they're getting fairly frustrated.
A fake handoff over the middle. It's caught with room to run. And a nice tag there as Dacus finds his receiver, the biggest yardage of the game for the Bears thus far.
Oh, huge. Let's take a look at that replay, and just hitting him on a beautiful cross route right across that middle, and he has room to run. Nice timing route there, and great catch and run by the Bears.
Charlie Wackler was the receiver with the big yardage, so a huge spark for the Bears offense as they take it to the ground. Right after that was, again, Majest with the run, able to pick up a couple of yards on the screen pass, I beg your pardon. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5 now from the 30. The Bears starting to march. 4:30 left to play. On the ground, Dacus will keep it himself. Able to pick up a yard or two, but
a little more positive energy. You kind of feel it out of that Bears offense, Jeb. And they certainly want to get some points out of this, or they might not be feeling too good. But a couple nice 2-3 plays in a row here for that offense.
You can hear the fan base ignite as they've been anxiously awaiting for something to cheer about. Now back far side, just out of the reach there, as Dacus unable to connect with his receiver. Again, that was Blake Charles, the intended receiver, just out of the reach. And that'll bring up.
Oh, this is big, Jeb. 4th and 2 here.
And at this point, if you're head coach Ryan Bartlett, you got to go for it. You got to have something big here. So Dacus out of the shotgun, steps back, across the middle, caught. And that'll be a first down for the Bears. Bears sidelines looking for a late hit. The ball was again corralled by Charlie Wackler. Nice job by Wackler to gain that first down for the Bears.
Yeah, he took a heck of a hit there. Nice job holding on to that ball. And a little extracurricular, but looks like they're both going at it. And I think the refs did the right job letting them play on.
Dacus again, screen outside. Little end around and a nice play again. This is Blake Charles with a nice grab, able to pick up some yardage. And now the Bears, for the only the second time tonight, have entered into the Irish red zone as we bring up 2nd and 2 from the 21. Inside, handoff, up the gut, touchdown, Bears! Josiah Majest punches it in for 6, and the Bears now trail 17-6.
Well, they bring in Tristan Dacus, the QB, and they move the ball right down the field there, Jeb. They might be onto something here, but some nice pass plays, nice run plays, and Majest finishes it off. Nice blocking, finds that hole, and he scrambles it on into the end zone up the gut. Pending extra point, we're looking at a 10-point game again here, Jeb, with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Plenty of game left as Majest able to punch it in. And, you know, Luke, it starts to get you wondering, maybe Dacus was the quarterback the Bears maybe should have went to a little while ago, as the extra point is good here. We now have a 10-point game as the Irish lead at 17-7. Majest able to get in the end zone for the Bears.
Well, just one drive, but they certainly looked very efficient on that drive, both in the air and on the ground, Jeb. And you said it, maybe they got something going on here.
Now, folks, we want to remind you to check out our other TV19 shows, including Inside Healthcare. Jody Ritaka brings you this monthly show providing tips and up-to-date info on healthcare issues that often relate to women's health. The show airs every Wednesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. That's Inside Healthcare, only on Channel 19. Big play for the Bears as Dacus is able to find Wackler downfield for a huge gain, and then Charles added in a couple of receptions, and all capped off by about a 20-yard run by Josiah Majest. And they've cut the deficit down to 10 as the Bears now will kick, and we'll see how the Irish respond. The kick is off, and it will make its way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Irish will start out at their own 20. Just under 3.5 left to play. Third quarter, Irish lead at 17-7.
Yeah, certainly a big sequence here for both offense and defense. You got White Bear Lake with some momentum, crowd getting back into it. And if you're Rosemount here, you know, you're up 17-0 after that turnover and touchdown, and White Bear Lake comes storming back, and you don't want to let them get that kryptonite, if you will. And we'll see what they got here as Looks like Hogan back in the game, Jeb.
Hogan out of the shotgun again. He'll keep it on the ground, up the middle, able to pick up some good yards, about 8 on the play. It'll bring her up 2nd and short for the Irish.
Yeah, great first down play. And if you're Rosemount, I would stick to that all night here. You keep that clock running. You're getting chunk plays, 6, 8, 10 yards at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Hogan has been the difference maker in the Irish offense. Tamanen did a real nice job of stirring it up a little bit, and a big arm out of the senior. But Hogan, they haven't had an answer for him as they swing one out here. Schimmel upended on the side. And nice stop there as he had some open real estate. A great play by Kyle Preslaski. Able to take out Schimmel's legs. Otherwise, he may have gone for another Irish first down.
A real nice tackle. Looked like he was going to have that first down, did Schimmel, and said we got a 3rd and 1. Pretty big 3rd and 1 and a crucial point of this game here, Jeb.
That it is. We'll see if the Bears can have a huge stand here. Again, have decent field position late in the 3rd quarter. 2:17 left to play. Hogan out of the shotgun. He'll keep it on the ground. Bounces out to the left side. The Bears in pursuit, and they're able to stand him up. That'll bring up 4th and short for the Irish. You take another look here at that Bears defense.
And, you know, it looked like he had it inside. If he would have just lunged forward there for even a foot or two, Jeb, and kept bouncing it outside more and more, and got tripped up, didn't make it there. But give credit to that Bears defense, getting that ball back and not much time off the clock. A little surprised not a measurement here, Jeb. That was awfully close, but Rosemount is going to punt. And, not before it looks like possibly a timeout for White Bear Lake, Jeb.
So the Bears call a timeout. We'll step aside. 1:41 left to play. The Bears looking to get the ball back here, trailing by 10. We'll be back after this.
Most party fouls? Not a big deal. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
And welcome back as we get set here for the Bears offensive drive. Looking to return to punt here, but let's take a second to look at their upcoming schedule for this 2016 season.
Yeah, obviously kicking things off tonight with Rosemount. They're going to travel up to Forest Lake next week. They got East Ridge at home, and then they got a tough stretch at Creedon, at Mountain View, Woodbury, Stillwater, and then they're going back to Roseville to end out the regular season on October 19th. But certainly ain't easy. But of course, homecoming October 7th against the Woodbury Royals. That's always a fun little battle there with the Royals over to the east.
And we will be here broadcasting that game tonight. That night. Watkins back to kick. This one will come down over the 40, and it'll be touchdown right there at the 40. So the Bears will truck their offense out as they'll start on their own 40. 1 minute and 33 seconds left to play. 3rd quarter. The Bears trail by 10 as they're looking to continue to keep that offense moving on a nice drive. Well, it was capped off by a 20-yard run by the running back for the Bears. As they get set here now. And again, it's Dacus that will go out of the shotgun for the Bears.
And why not after that last drive? See if he can't keep that going for this offense.
They keep it on the ground and able to pick up nearly 5 yards. So a good opening run there for the Bears as that'll bring up. Take another look here. Good inside running.
Not a bad first down run there. They've been getting some pretty good push there on the ground since Dacus has came in. And again, decent running room. And looking at 3rd and short, Jeb, is right where they want to be.
And Dacus elects to hold on to it there. Is able to take it up, like you said. 3rd and 1 coming up from the 39. Dacus, now it's a direct handoff. And the Bears will pick up the first down. As that time Michael, the ball carrier, it was directed right to the ball carrier. That was Majest again. Took it right off the snap.
Yeah, very fast pace here, Jeb. I like the rush they got going on this. They're moving that ball and getting those snaps off quick, keeping Rosemount on their heels.
Michael, the ball carrier there, tripped up inside and able to pick up a yard, 2 yards at that. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. 2nd and 8 from the 46. Dacus left side, out of the reach of the intended receiver, Mudekin. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8 with just under 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter. The Bears trail 17-10. Excuse me, 17-7. They're losing by 10.
Big play here, no doubt about that, Jeb. 3rd and 8, they're going to probably want to get some air under this. I'd imagine at least get 4 or 5 yards here. Make you think about a 4th down try.
Charles is split out to the left and Wackler out to the right, but they keep it on the ground. Michael with a big run straight ahead. Nearly a 1st down. It depends on the spot. Good running there by Michael for the Bears, as that'll bring up a 1st down. And as the quarter winds down, they'll keep it on the ground.
I think that might have been 4th there, Jeb. They just snapped that off awfully quick, but it looked like they got it there. And little momentum here carrying over into that 4th quarter. You can kind of feel the Bears creeping in, and the energy in this stadium is picking up quite a bit.
Absolutely. Huge 4th down conversion there to gain the 1st. And that'll do it for the third quarter. So with the Bears again starting to move the chains a bit, and they've got some momentum as we get set for our 4th quarter. We'll be back with the start of the 4th quarter right after this.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Yeah, welcome back as we get set for the start of the 4th quarter as the Bears are marching down. They 1st and 10 from the 37. And again, Tristan Dacus has come in relief for Daniel Lyons and has done a nice job thus far.
He certainly has. They've been moving the ball, and a couple of 1st downs on this drive. Nice big pass play, probably the biggest play for both sides offensively, and Dacus has really got things going, but they snuffed that play out there. Great play there, led by T.J. Liggett, senior for Rosemount. And a huge loss to start this 4th quarter, Jeb. Let's take another peek.
Now that'll go for a big loss. Tough break there for the Bears as Liggett sniffed that one out. It brings up 2nd and 14 now from the 41. Dacus off to the right. It's tipped and nearly intercepted in and out of the hands of Eric Paget for the Irish. A big break there for the Bears.
Yeah, I think it kind of just jumped up on Paget and wasn't able to hang on, but that would have been a massive turnover here early in the 4th.
So we'll see if the Bears can convert here. 3rd and long from the 41 as Dacus out of the shotgun. Looks across the middle. He's got a man open and just out of the hands of Matthew Mudekin as he laid out for it, but just a bit long, just missed.
Dacus, they certainly had something dialed up there on that route and just shot it over him, and opportunity lost there, Jeb.
That would have been a huge turn of events as that would have given the Bears a 1st down nearly in the red zone. Instead, it's 4th down. And they elect to punt here back from the 45. A pooch kick down inside the 15. It's going to make its way into the end zone. That'll put the Irish on their own 20 with 11:20 left to play here in the 4th quarter. The Irish with a 17-7 lead.
Well, those are the plays you got to connect on, Jeb, especially when you start getting down to crunch time and you're clawing back in. Great play design, don't get me wrong there, but you got to hit on those, and maybe you're working out some of those kinks. It is week 1, but I've definitely been impressed with Dacus coming in. And again, if they could have connected there, again, looking at threatening, but we're going to go back with Rosemount here, and looks like they're going to go back to Tamminen here, Jeb.
That's right, Blake Tamminen now under center as they look to run. They keep it on the ground. Kleber, who's got a score here tonight, takes it up across for a handful of yards. Connor Kleber now getting some action in the Irish offense.
Kleber's been a little spark plug for this offense in the second half. He's got that touchdown, and he's had a couple big runs here in this half. And I'm imagining they're going to try to keep that ball on the ground as much as possible, Jeb, and get that clock moving.
Kleber able to pick up 7 on the play. It brings on second and 3, excuse me, as Kleber again to the ground, right side. Maybe a yard or so as he was met there by the White Bear defense.
Yeah, right at the stick. I think they're going to give him a first down there, Jeb. As again, they keep feeding Kleber, and yeah, they're going to give him a first down. We got 1st and 10, and that clock's going to keep rolling for at least another 4 downs for the Irish.
The Bears need a big stop here as they trail 10 here in the 4th quarter. And now Tamminen again out of the shotgun. Wide receiver left, and man in motion. And the handoff goes to Schimmel as he takes it off to the left side. Unable to grab the edge, he's knocked out of play, maybe a yard or so on the play.
Yeah, very nice defensive pursuit, though. Schimmel obviously very quick getting to that edge, but fantastic job there by the White Bear Lake defender, and limiting that to only a 3-yard gain. And I think the clock stopped there possibly, Jeb. Did he get out there, or did they bring him down in bounds?
Looks like he may have had him in bounds as the clock continues to roll. 9:50 left to play. And maybe an offsides or encroachment here on the defense. We'll see what the flag entails.
It looked like Rosemount doing a little hard count there and got that D-line to jump. They're going to get a free 5 yards out of it, Jeb.
We'll take another look there. Another just a mental error by the Bears. Tough break. Tamminen with the hard count brings up 2nd and 2 from the 38.
Yeah, that's a awfully heady play there from Tamminen. You've seen him kind of raise up to change the play, and I think that defensive line was expecting a snap.
Tamminen back, hands off again. Kleber off the right side, picks up some big yards. Kleber still on his feet across the 40 and taken down at the 39. Huge gain for Kleber as he gets the Irish another first down.
Well, Kleber's been fantastic. We just touched on him, and there he goes again. He gets that outside. He has got some wheels as we take another look here, Jeb.
A big run there as he's able to pick up about 25 yards on the carry. A nice run there by Connor Kleber.
Yeah, a couple broken tackles, a spin move, and 25 yards later, Rosemount into White Bear Lake territory.
1st and 10 from the 40. Tamminen back. And this one goes to Schimmel now off the right side, able to pick up some good yards, keeps those feet turning, and Schimmel able to pick up about 8 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Irish.
Yeah, another nice run here. Schimmel getting inside. Majority of the night, that big offensive line for Rosemont's done a fantastic job, wouldn't you say, Jeb?
They have been moving that front 7 for the Bears pretty single-handedly. The run game has been impressive, and it really hasn't mattered who's been back there, whether it be Cody Hogan or Schimmel, Kleber. They've all been able to pick up big chunks of yardage. Tamminen again, they keep it on the ground. Big hit in the backfield there.
Oh, awfully dangerous, Jeb. I think they lost the ball on the exchange, and very fortunate. Tamminen, I think, as we take another peek, Tamminen either fall back on it and save what could have been a big turnover. Oh, yeah, that ball came out. Fantastic play there. It looked like knifing in to blow that up was Bailey Bolton, the big senior out of White Bear Lake.
So a good break there for the Irish now is 3rd and 4 from the 34. Tamminen under center. Again, they keep it on the ground with Kleber to the right side. He's up through. Kleber down the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Irish. Connor Kleber. The nice run off the right side.
Absolute beauty getting to that edge, Jeb, and tiptoeing that sideline. And that's Kleber's 2nd this half. And that might be the dagger for the old orange and black.
Take another look as Connor Kleber hits the hole and steps on the gas as he's gone. And again, with that patented somersault into the end zone, puts the Irish up now 23-7 as Watkins comes on for the extra point. 7:53 left to play. That may take a bit of the air out of the proverbial sail of the Bears as Watkins tacks on the extra point. And now the Irish lead it 24-7, just under 8 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this as the Bears will look to get their offense going here.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
And welcome back here as the Irish punch in another one by Cleaver, his second this half, to give the Irish a 24-7 lead as we take another look.
Cleaver has been fantastic. Take another peek here. He kind of cuts out back inside, finds that hole nicely, then gets back outside, and then he just puts on the old afterburner. You said he flips out on his way into another score, and Rosemount looking at a 24-7 lead here, and big drive for the Irish.
Alec Akins with the return for the Bears, and a nice one at that, as he's able to pick up about 20 on the return from the kick from Watkins, and that'll put the Bears down at their 25. It'll be 1st and 10 from their 25 with 7:47 left to play here, fourth quarter.
Well, if anything's going to happen, Jeb, they're going to need some big chunk plays now. I don't think you can be sitting back just running the ball up the middle anymore. It's time to get this thing moving and taking a few shots down the field.
And Tristan Dacus again in as the quarterback for the Bears. He's done a nice job spelling Daniel Lyons here early on, able to move the ball. Pressure in hard as Dacus took a big hit, incomplete. Intended receiver on the play, I believe, was Jacob Dote, but unable to connect.
A little miscommunication there, and 2nd and 10 here for the Bears.
Dacus again out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers out, and they throw a screen pass inside. Big gainage here, and another first down for the Bears as Josiah Majest was able to elude a couple of defenders and take it up near the 50. Huge gain for the Bears.
Well, very nice play design, getting Majest out in space here. He puts on the wheels, and fortunately for Rosemount, very nice tackle there from Griffin Leno. Otherwise, Majest could have been off to the races.
This is Michael now off the right side, able to pick up about 5 yards. So the Bears, a couple of big plays in bunches here.
We take another peek here. Michael trying to get to the outside there. He gets about, call it 5 on that play, but a nice tackle taking out his ankles, or it could have been a lot more.
That brings up 2nd and 5 from the 46. 7:06 left to play. Dacus hands inside. Michael hard running up the gut. Able to pick up a couple of yards, just shy of the first down. And it'll be 3rd and inches here for the Bears. And it'll be a direct snap to Michael, and he'll put his head down. And we'll see if he's got enough for the Bears' first down. It'll be close, but I think he's got just enough, Luke.
Yeah, I think he should have it here, but it looks like they're going to actually spot it as 4th down here, Jeb. So interesting. They want to at least try to call for a spot.
And that time again, the same play ran as a direct snap to Michael.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he got that.
It's going to be close.
Refs, from where they're spotting that, I don't think he got that first down, Jeb. And
yeah, no, turnover on downs. Tough break for the Bears. And I think the Irish knew it immediately, and that is going to put some pressure on this Bears defense as the Irish lead at 24-7, 6:23 left to play. And I'd be shocked if we see the Irish head to the air at all here in the remainder as we take another look at that 4th down.
Yeah, just nothing doing there, and you know the Bears had a few plays going there. It's kind of been the story of the night, Jeb, is a few nice plays here and there, and they got a TD, a little momentum, but just not consistent. And the exact opposite, they're going to go deep, and they had them, but couldn't quite connect.
Tamminen
going
back.
for the dagger.
Yeah, he was looking for Owen Peterson, and he was all alone. As you take another look here, a nice designed play, but unable to connect with Peterson downfield. That would have been the dagger.
Yeah, it would have been, but a little bit of a head scratcher. I think if you're the Irish from Rosemount, you want to keep that clock rolling as much as you can.
Interesting choice, kind of going against the grain there, deciding to air it out. Nevertheless, it brings up 2nd and 10. Nearly another encroachment penalty. Tamminen under center. 4 receiver set. He drops back, right side, and it's caught for a gain of about 3 yards, and that time he's able to connect with Peterson.
So much for not airing it out here, huh? You have 2 passes in a row, and at least you connect on that one. You keep that clock going if you're the Irish.
Just under 6 minutes left to play. It brings up a 3rd and 6 from the 46. The Bears again looking for a big defensive stop here. As Tamminen under center, 1 wide receiver left. Out of the I formation. Tamminen drops back. It's a fake handoff. Pursuit on. He's able to get it out, but unable to come up with it was Michael Judd, as he would have nearly had a first down for the Irish. Instead, it'll bring up 4th down and the punt unit. A good break for the Bears as they'll have another shot at offense here.
Yeah, let me take another peek here, and they look like they had the play a little high up on them, but got to be honest, not sure I agree with the play calling there. 3 passes, Jeb, and you take, what, maybe a minute off the clock. Kind of some bizarre play calling there, if you ask me.
Especially considering they've been running the ball so well all evening. The Bears able to field the punt there. That was Mudecking for the Bears as he's down at the 15. That'll bring up 1st and 10 from the Bears 15. They got a long ways to go as they trail 24-7 with just over 5.5 left to play. But back to what you were saying, Luke, I couldn't agree more. I'm not sure what head coach Jeff Erdman had in mind there, but you run the ball, you damn near run the clock out and put an end to this game and get your first win in that win column.
Absolutely, nothing else. You make White Bear burn a couple of those timeouts, and you know, then you're really at an advantage, and especially the way you've been running the ball. You've been running it well out of the eye with Tamminen. You've been running it fantastic with Hogan out of the shotgun. Either way, I mean, you've been probably averaging 5-6 yards a pop, and then you go air it out 3 times, 2 of them incomplete, and maybe you get, 40 to 60 seconds off the clock. Not sure I agree with the calling there, but maybe they wanted to check a few things out, but kind of head-scratching play calling there, if you ask me, Jeff.
A run up the middle there with Majest as he's able to pick up a couple of yards.
And White Bear Lake now doing what we thought Rosemount should have done, so you tell me. I don't know. You got me, Jeb.
Dacus out of the shotgun, 3rd and 5, and it's picked off there by the Irish, and this will just about do it inside. Touchdown, Irish. The pick 6 for Griffin Lanou.
Well, there you have it.
Would you look at that, Luke? Pick 6 for Lanou, and that'll just about do it. As the Irish now go up 30-7. 4:37 left to play, pending the extra point.
Yeah, and you said it, Jeb. We'll take a replay here, and sometimes that's all you can do. And Lanou, who's made some nice plays tonight, puts an exclamation point on the evening with that pick 6, and been a rough night for the Bears.
Lanou has been pretty electric on both sides of the ball as he's able to haul in the pick 6 on the defensive side, some big catches on the offensive side. And again, Watkins is up and good. Watkins has been 100% all night tonight. So the Irish here late in the 4th quarter take a 31-7 lead. We'll be back right after this.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi. .437 left to play, 4th quarter, not the start
the Bears were looking for their season opener, Luke.
No, certainly not, but they'll go back to the drawing board, get things going once you start getting into those conference battles, and, you know, struggled on offense, I think, quite a bit tonight, but, you know, there were some bright spots and what's otherwise, like you said, been a rough night.
Watkins sends this one deep into the end zone. That'll bring the Bears starting up on their own 20 as they look to try to move the chains and work on some little things and some positives here, as this one looks to be a bit out of reach with the remaining amount of time, but you never know, anything could happen.
You never do know, and I think I got to redact my statement about head coach Jeff Erdman passing it 3 times, and they get to pick 6, so obviously it was a great call to pass all 3 times, and I'm an idiot.
As Dacus comes in out of the shotgun here again for the Bears. 2 receivers right, 2 left. They look to go to the left. It's caught. And across the middle, a nice chunk of yardage there. It'll be just shy of the first down, but a nice quick hit play for the Bears. It'll bring up 2nd and short as they look to continue to move the chains and build on the little things. Dacus handoff there. Tough break. I'm not sure if he was able to jump on it.
I think Rosemount might have this ball, Jeb, and that'll all but do it.
And the handoff, and Rosemount does jump on it, and like you said, Luke, that may have been the icing on the cake as Dacus and his running back unable to connect on the handoff. I believe Michael was the intended running back, and just a little miscommunication. Tough break, the turnover deep in their own end, and again, the Irish will have great field position with just over 4 minutes left to play here in tonight's game.
Been that kind of night for the orange and black.
Hogan again now under center for the Irish as they take a handoff up the middle, left side, I should say.
I kind of expect them to air it out there, Jeb, but we're going to hand that off up the middle and Hogan back in, and they have been very effective with Hogan running the ball this evening. And, you know, whether it's been Hogan, Schiller's been great. I mean, it's been just a great effort by all these rushers. Excuse me, Schimmel. And, you know, Leno's made some plays. It's been a pretty impressive effort here from the Rosemount team overall.
2nd carry here, good for a couple of yards. That's a first and second time tonight now that Doug Rowe has got an opportunity to run the football. He's able to pick up a few yards. It'll bring up 3rd and short from the 24 as the clock continues to wind down. 3 minutes and change left to play. The Irish look to tack on to their 31-7 lead as they've come into White Bear Lake Stadium and played very well against the hometown Bears. Now Hogan under center. Rowe in motion. It's an inside handoff to the big man. He's able to pick up a couple of yards. We'll see if forward progress gets him. Looks like they're going to spot him down at about the 20, so maybe 2 yards short. It'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Irish, I would guess. Actually, with the leg of Watkins, I'm surprised they don't truck him out there and give him a chance to send one through the uprights.
He's got. Why not? I mean, you got the game in hand. And he certainly showed that he can boot that ball this evening.
And they elect to keep it on the ground as timeout's called here by the Irish. 2:21 left to play.
Well, Coach Erdman really want to make sure they got the play they want in there, so I'm going to call a timeout here and chat it over here, Jeb.
Well, 2:21 left to play. The Irish lead at 31-7 as we wind things down here. Folks, we want to remind you to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TV19sports. And you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/TV19sports for keep up to date on all the latest scores and action and games we'll be covering and spotlight the players and coaches. We have some interviews, some pretty cool stories around our Fab Five.
Good stuff on there, Jeb. Invite you to check it out.
plenty more to come, as this is our opening game of the 2016 season. We're glad you joined us tonight as we're back at it now. Hogan under center. Receiver's right. Fumble there, but able to corral it and still able to pick up a couple of yards. And that was the junior running back that time, Jaden Idskirt, gets the carry. So a couple different guys seeing some offensive action now that the Irish feel pretty comfortable where they stand.
Yeah, we're going to have the turnover on downs, though. Didn't quite make it with that fumble, but these last few snaps will all be for intensive purposes. And pretty dang impressive start for the Rosemount Irish, Jeb.
That it was. They were clicking on all cylinders, defensively, offensively. The ground game was sharp. Tamminen looked good, slinging the ball around, and Lanoux with some big catches as Dacus now slings it out the left side. It's caught, able to pick up some yards there. Shy of the first down, a gain of about 6 for the Bears. 2 minutes now remaining here in tonight's game. The Bears trail 31-7. Dacus again out of the shotgun. This time looks right. Screen pass. Caught and taken down. And a gain of a few there by James Woods.
Great actor as well.
Senior running back for the Bears as he's able to pick up the first down. The ball's placed now on the 30. 1st and 10. Dacus from the shotgun. Again, slings it out right side. Immediately met by a sea of white and gold. Maybe a yard on the play. That was Anthony Lucio.
And they've been gang tackling all night, Jeb, all over those quick hitters, and it's been a very impressive unit for Rosemount here. And nice to see the Rosemount fans still hanging out, and they got quite the show from their home team.
And a timeout now by the Bears. As minute 20 left to play here. They want to realign and work on some things. Take a look at the...
And remember, we do have some great volunteer opportunities here at On Location TV 19. If you're interested, call Arlen Becker at 651-747-3821 or send Arlen an email at arlen@onlocationtv.org. We thank all the people and our great cameramen and women and people up in the booths, broadcasts, and back of the truck. And it's a fun time, Jeb, and we got some great opportunities. So give us a call or shoot us an email. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Get an opportunity to see some fantastic high school athletics between the football and hockey and volleyball and baseball. We cover it all. Dacus bobbles the snap here, but able to get one off across the middle, and it's caught. Nice job there by Mudeking to corral that one in as he's up near. The ball will be placed on the 45. That's a first down for the Bears, but as the clock continues to wind down, just over a minute left to play. Dacus back to pass again across the middle. Mudeking, the intended receiver, but it's knocked out incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
White Bear Lake will certainly be looking to get back on track, Jeb, after this. It's a tough opening game, but, you know, it is just one game, and I think they'll look past it and, you know, if nothing else, learn something from it. You find out maybe some things you got, some things you got to work on, and they'll be traveling up to Forest Lake next Friday to see what they got.
A nice grab there by Wackler as he's able to pull that one down for another White Bear Lake first down. But absolutely, Luke, you touched on it. First game of the season, a long season. A lot of things to work on. As Dacus back to pass again over the middle. Wackler with a big catch. Excuse me, Mudeking with a big catch. That'll bring the Bears down to the 30. With just under a minute left to play, the Bears looking to put some last-minute points on the board and leave on a positive note. Dacus now airs it up left side. And it's brought in. A beautiful catch there. There's a little pitch and catch. Brought in nicely. Again, that was Blake Charles that time with a nice grab and a nice throw by Tristan Dacus.
And Charles has made some great catches tonight, Jeb. He certainly splashed, and it looks like they're going to run this one in here. A little bit of a Bronx cheer from the fans, but nonetheless, you know, it's nice to see that. You got nice deep pass, and they run it in. Nice to get a little spark maybe going into next week with your first conference game up in Forest Lake.
Absolutely. Touchdown is taken in by James Woods, a 2-yard run that put up some last-second points for the Bears. So, like you said, Luke, a nice way to end. If you're gonna take a loss, why not end on a positive note? Beautiful pass and catch from Dacus to Charles, and then James Woods caps it off with a 2-yard run. Extra point is good, and that'll bring it to 31-14 with 36 seconds left to play here in tonight's ballgame. And with that being said, we'll come back with the final kickoff here from the Bears right after this. Senior running back James Woods able to punch in the 2-yard touchdown run for the Bears as they cut the lead 31-14. Unfortunately, time is running out as there's only 36 seconds left to play. But Luke, you touched on it. Definitely want to leave on a positive note, and that was certainly a positive drive for the Bears.
Oh, certainly, and they hit on a deep ball. It was a great connection, and Woods run it in here, but a little too late.
Little
to
too
get
little,
the W.
little too late.
That's
yep.
right. Not going to get that W tonight, but, you know, doing those plays, if you can maybe carry that over, it feels good to at least be able to complete them. And they say, hey, look what we did. We did some good things here, and maybe we'll learn from it. And we'll take the show on the road up in Forest Lake against the Rangers next week, and we'll bring a street fight in there. So we'll see what happens.
Aikens back to kick. Now they elect to kick the onside, but the Irish able to corral that one in just outside the 50.
And pretty good attempt there, really, Jeb, but pretty gutsy play from the Rosemount guy, running up and taking the hit for the team, and that should seal the game, Jeb. And looks like we're going to have a 31-14 for the visiting Rosemount Irish.
We've been wrong before. We think that they would probably keep it on the ground here, but we'll see what head coach Jeff Erdman decides to do here.
Might have a play-action bomb left in the playbook.
Looks like they're going to take a knee, and they'll bleed this one out. So steps back. This is Tamminen now in for the victory formation, as that'll just about wind it down. So a nice job tonight by the Rosemount Irish to come into town here and put together a pretty impressive game plan. They were stellar on the ground. Also seen Tamminen air it out a little bit, and some nice play on both sides of the ball. I think tonight's Oscar Meyer wiener of the game has to go to number 8, Griffin Lanou. And that'll do it as the final kneel down. The final here, 31-14, the Irish. We'll take a look at some of the scores tonight.
Yeah, opening the scoring was Rosemount with a nice touchdown there from Schimmel, and then a big sack from Dan Johnson, and then just the unfortunate pick here. That would be the end of Lions night. And this led to the Kleiber show, where he tacked on first touchdown of the evening, and he had another Butte later, Jeb. But very great day for Kleiber. A little momentum coming back here as White Bear Lake got back in the end zone on a nice little scamper there. But that was about it. Then Kleiber finished it off after that touchdown from Majest. So a lot of action tonight, but pick 6 here all but finished it, and that was Leno, the Oscar Mayer Wiener player of the night, Jeb. So, and we'll take a look here at the last TD from White Bear Lake. James Woods running it in, but like you said, Jeb, too little too late, and overall a very good collective effort from the traveling Rosemount Irish. I think they'll be happy heading back on that bus ride home, don't you, Nick?
So the Irish come into town, and they'll leave with a 31-14 victory over the Bears. From all of us here at TV19 Sports, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again come for homecoming against the Royals on October 7th. From Luke Howard, I'm Jeff Brand. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.